Go.
Okay, all praises and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. That will be the Most High and the Son. We want to say Shalom to your Akim that's viewing, this channel. And we back another Saturday to bring out the word of the Most High. And we noticed, this brother's noticed just a while ago, the time was 444, which we know through the Spirit that 4 represent mercy, because the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, has a plan. What comprises of that plan is destroying totally America. All right, brother, pan around. When you look, these people, they're a bunch of zombies.
But you know, like what?
This is the Walking Dead. They don't know what's going on, and they don't want to know what's going on. This is the Walking Dead.
Wait.
No?
I got you. This is the book of Job 9, verse 24. It says, Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered.
It says the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. What that means? Meaning that the rulership of the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Now, who's the wicked? The wicked is the so-called white race, which they identified in the Bible as the nation of Edom. But you also have the righteous, which is the nation of Israel. So in this case, it says that the earth, the power of the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, beginning with who? The elite bankers, all the way down to the peon, so-called white man. Go ahead.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Right, he covered the face of the judges, because he put his image as being the Most High, the angels, the son of the Most High, the people of the Most High. And he told the Lord's people that he was the blessed people. So that's how he covered the faces of the judges.
If not, where and who is he?
Right, Job saying, if he's not the wicked, then where and who is he? And they call those type of questions rhetorical questions. Questions that you ask to convey a point. All right? Then you ask a person, what, are you crazy? That person not gonna answer back, well, no. You're asking the person, are they crazy or are they stupid, to convey a point. So the Job said, if he's not the wicked, then who is the wicked? Because here they broke all the laws of the Most High unto a perfection. Because other nations that came to power, they broke the laws of the Most High, but not as the so-called white man breaks the laws of the Most High. All right, you guys heard? We get Amos 9:8 too.
Amos.
So this word, when I say this word, I'm talking about the truth of the Bible. A lot of people hold the Bible, but they don't hold the truth. They think they know the Bible, or they have a misconception of what the Bible is actually talking about.
Amos 9 verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom.
Now, what's the eyes of the Heavenly Father? The eyes of the Heavenly Father are the angels. Now, why do the Most High need angels? To jot down everything that goes on, because the Most High's eyes are too pure to behold iniquity. So therefore, you have angels. And these angels, they're around 24/7 and reporting back the wickedness that's happening on this earth and inside this country. Go ahead.
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Right, so the Lord's saying he's going to destroy it. Now, how is the Lord going to destroy this kingdom, America? By thermonuclear fire. All right? That's like in ancient time with Sodom and Gomorrah. He burned it with fire and brimstone. In this case, he's going to burn it with fire and brimstone, but it's going to be through missiles. All right, got it? Missiles.
Oh, okay.
Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
Right, he say we're not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, because the Most High will destroy a portion of Jacob, which is 2/3. which is the insubordinate of Israel. But the ones that's of the elect and that turn back unto Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, they will be delivered during the destruction of America. Is it more or that's it?
Yeah, there's more. Yep. This is verse 9. For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations.
That means Israelites are going to come from each direction of the earth. All right, from different countries, different lands, different languages. Because Israel was scattered. And being scattered, they picked up the customs of the heathen. They pick up their language. All right, they pick up their dress styles. So Israel's coming back for the four corners of the earth. Go ahead.
Among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
Right, so the Most High, he's going to do a sifting. Anything that's not of the Most High is going to fall to the ground. And what belongs to the Most High is going to stay within the sifter. Just like if you have gold and you dig up gold, gold going to be buried in soil. So you need like a sifter to separate the gold and from the soil.
Matter of fact, I'll read on.
Oh my God.
I'll read on. Verse 10. You have something real quick, bro?
Yeah. This is Psalms 37 verse 4. I'm sorry, 37 verse 34. It says, "Wait on the Lord and keep His way, and He shall exalt thee to inherit the land."
Right, what's the Most High's way? The Lord's statute and commandments, being righteous. Go ahead.
It says, "When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it."
Right, it says when the wicked is cut off, we shall see it. We didn't. There's no record in history where the Edomites was totally done away with, because the Lord said we will see it. All will know. Go ahead.
Right. And Esau like to say that Esau is done away with, it. They're not here anymore. When there's no history, there's no record of that, man.
That's right.
There's no record of the Edomites being destroyed, and it does. And the Bible speaks about the Edomites being destroyed, man.
That's right.
By in a specific way, by thermonuclear fire. That didn't happen yet, right? It says, "I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree."
Now, who's speaking? David?
David, yes, sir.
So David seen in a vision Esau in power. But he wasn't just in power, he was in great power. Go ahead.
It said, "I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree, yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found."
Right, and that's post after American destruction. And after Esau served his period of slavery. Because after he served his period of slavery, 1,000 years of slavery, he's going to be exterminated. He's going to be obsolete. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was the point.
Yeah, back in Amos 9, verse 10. All right. It says, "All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword."
Right, so all the sinners of the Most High's people, they're going to die by the sword. So the Most High, he's not going to tolerate insubordination. So all the insubordinate of Israel, they're going to be put to death. Now what comprises of the sword? We have martial law. There's going to be famine. And if you don't know what famine is a shortage of food and water. There's going to be a disease outbreak. So these things comprise of the Most High's sword and ultimately the thermonuclear fire. So the Lord said what?
All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
Meaning they're not going to make it to the other side. They're going to die over here. And in different parts of the countries. They're going to be put to death. Go ahead.
Which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Right. They're saying that the destruction is not going to happen. Or they're saying that America's not found in the Bible. So those are the ones that are going to die.
Go ahead.
Verse 11, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, meaning bring back the entire nation of Israel from the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, because they were separated, all right, from being one kingdom after the rulership of Solomon, all right, and through his son Rehoboam, all right, and the Ephraimite Jeroboam, there was the kingdom of Israel was split into two, but the breaches represent Israel coming back together as one. Okay, now to add to that scripture to get the precept is Sirach 47:22. But the Lord will never leave off his mercy, neither shall any of his works perish, neither will he abolish the posterity of his elect. Okay, because that's who the Lord's bringing back in these times. All right, he's bringing back the elect. Okay, because as the brother went through thoroughly, as the scripture just said, all the sinners are the Lord's people who are Israel is going to die. So who's the posterity of the elect? All right, the men, the prophets, all right, that were chosen by the Most High, right, consisting of the prophets and the different men of the Lord, all right, that have came back. It says, will he abolish? Excuse me. Neither will he abolish the posterity of his elect, and the seed of him that loveth him he will not take away. Wherefore he gave a remnant unto Jacob, and out of him a root unto David. All right, which goes into Yahushua being the deliverer. All right, coming set up to be the deliverer of Israel. Okay, so Amos 9:11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
Right, it says to close up the breaches. The breaches is the differences they have amongst each other. The lifestyle barrier, right? Like Ephraim beefing with Simeon, but we don't like them because their Spanish is different or it's incorrect. So, or what about Judah and Benjamin? They beefing with one another. Judah is lazy. They don't want to work. Benjamin like to boast about how many jobs they have. So, that's the breaches. The difference is that the tribe has amongst each other. The Most High gonna close up that gap. Right?
Done. That was the point.
Read that point again.
Come. This is Amos 9. All right, verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
Right, so it says he's going to build it as in the days of old. So we in a period of the Most High's building up that tabernacle. All right, and Israel, when I say Israel,
Amos 9,
yeah, Amos 9. So Israel is being built up right now through the elect. So each member of the elect symbolizes a stone. And Yahushua, he's the foundation. And when a brother come in, each brother's being, built upon that foundation, Yahushua. And we building up that spiritual temple.
That's Revelation 11. That's why the scriptures refer to us, or refer to the elect, Lord willing with them, as lively stones, man. And then the Lord is considered that corner, or that main stone,
Now Yahushua is the cornerstone.
1 Corinthians, you said 3 and 9, right?
Yeah.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 9.
Bear with us, it's kind of cold. It's a little cold out here.
And then the brother mentioned the scripture in Revelation talking about the temple being built up, meaning these people on the side being built up. That goes in Amos the 9th chapter, when the Lord is going to close the breaches thereof. And then in Revelation 11 chapters, it talks about building up that temple. And then it says, them that are without leave out, meaning this Bible, these scriptures, these prophecies are not for the other nations, man. They're only for the 12 tribes of Israel. You know?
Right.
1 Corinthians 3 verse 7. So then neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but the Most High that giveth the increase.
Go ahead.
Now he that planteth and he that and watereth are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor.
Right. That labor is talking about us coming out here doing this work. Most I see that as labor. Go ahead.
Verse 9. For we are laborers together with the Most High.
I can do one thing real quick.
Yeah.
Because when Pastor said that, when you read up, someone said, "Oh, I'm of Paul. Oh, I'm of Apollo."
Yep.
So then you had guys in Corinth, Greece, that was going around saying, "Oh, well, I was taught by Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, I was taught by Apollos." So Paul said, "Look, man, Paul had watered. No, I had planted, Apollos watered, but the Most High gave the increase." So Paul's saying we're fellow laborers. You said it right there. We're laborers in this thing. It don't matter who you was taught by, as long as you was taught the truth.
And he also said, was
Paul
Paul
divided?
Yeah, that's right. He said he also said, was Paul crucified for you?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Was Apollos?
Exactly. Like brother said, was Yahweh Shah divided? No. So if Yahweh Shah was not divided, why are you dividing yourself based on who he was taught by? We're just laborers in this. The Most High is when that gave the increase. Because you got guys like that. Oh, yo, I learned under the Great Zero, top 5 shield, 16 star. That Yahweh, what's that dude's name? Yeshaya. That nigga's out of here, man. And, you know, one of those old school guys. So it's about Yahweh Shah, man. That was it.
This is 1 Corinthians 3 verse 9. For we are laborers together with the Most High. Ye are the Most High's husbandry.
Right. We are the Most High's husbandry. Now, what's the husbandry? In modern day's term, that's a farmer. So we the Most High's, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah's farmer. So we farming, we putting the seed, which is His word, inside your head. Go ahead.
And it says,
We cultivating the word of the Lord. Go ahead.
You know, when you're cultivating the land, the husbandry, you gotta snip off those dead stems
Yup.
of the plants. You gotta sow the furrows in the soil. The furrows, those deep trenches in the soil that you sow the seeds into. You gotta sow them furrows. You gotta dig in those furrows, sow the seed. You gotta snip off the dead stems of those trees that's not growing.
You gotta break up the ground.
You gotta break up that fallow ground, man.
Yeah, you gotta break up the ground, get rid of the loose stems, loose roots. Right? And that symbolizes a person coming into the faith. Because before he come into the faith, his mind's already polluted for the things he picked up in this world. So we gotta
Brothers out here? What y'all, HOI or no?
Nah,
we what?
What group
No.
y'all in?
no.
nah, we not the.
We just teaching the word, man.
I know, but y'all ain't got like a group name? Because my brother be
Great
watching y'all a lot.
Millstone.
on
GMS.
Great Millstone.
GMS?
Great Melson.
Oh, I fuck with the ISUBK, baby.
Alright, man.
Right.
Yeah. That's what the ISBK breeds.
That's why he got shades on in the nighttime. Because the light was too bright for him. That's why he had to go. But I was saying, you know, when a person comes into this faith, you gotta unlearn everything that he picked up in this world, and you gotta go through a spiritual flush, and that's us breaking up that ground for us to planting that seed, what is this word?
Like I said.
Uh-huh.
Hosea 10 and 12. Sow to yourselves righteousness.
Right, sow to yourself righteousness. What is righteousness? This word, the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. So we sowing righteousness into the minds of the elect. And then over time, it grows. You know, the brother watering, one brother planteth, one brother watereth. When you water a crop, you feeding it.
Yeah.
Because like the elders, they planted a seed in our mind. And what happened was we had other elders water it. And they built up our faith.
You
got more?
Yes, more. Sow to yourselves righteousness, reap in mercy. You reaping what you sow.
Yeah.
Break up your fallow ground. Use that word up fallow ground. It means like to clear the field of weeds before you sow the seeds into it.
Right.
You know? And an example of that, you got guys that come in this thing, we all made out of the dust of the ground. You got guys that got those spiritual weeds in them. They gotta be plucked out. That's when the Bible speaks about in James. It speaks about superfluity of naughtiness. Is that Colossians 2:8? Rooted up in them? Or 2:5 maybe? You got that superfluity of naughtiness. Superfluity is the residue of what remains prior to your conversion. That's the weeds that's in you. So you gotta break up the fallow ground. You gotta clear the evil out of your heart. Alright? Before the seed of righteousness can be sown into you. Why? Because the scriptures tell you in Wisdom of Solomon, into a malicious soul, wisdom cannot enter. See that? That's Wisdom of Solomon, first chapter.
Right there, right?
It was Colossians 2:5?
7:7.
27, see? In fact, I'm gonna get that real quick.
So this word is a spiritual pick. You know, you gotta pick, bring it over your head. You gotta break it up. You break it up, loosen up all the loose roots, the stones that's in the way, and then we put in the seed. And then we put the soil back together, and we water it, and that faith starts to grow.
Yeah, I got some. Wisdom of Solomon 1:4. For into a malicious soul, wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. So, cause why? Therefore, you gotta break up that fallow ground. If break up the fallow ground means to get rid of the weeds before you plant, before you sow the seed, then you gotta get rid of the evil in that person. Gotta get rid of the evil in their heart before the seed of righteousness can be sown. Because into a malicious soul, wisdom can't enter. All right.
Now, this is the definition, or the English definition of the word malicious, or the word malice. It means the intention or desire to do evil.
See that?
Ill will.
See? There you go. There you go. And continuing in Hosea 10.
Technically, we all sinners, but we don't have the desire to do sin.
Exactly.
Whereas some guys come into this thing, but they still have the desire to commit things that's not lawful.
Yeah. That's right.
Some of them do it secretly. There was one dude. He's the smoke weed on the low. And we seen the dude. He was all bugged out.
Yeah.
His pants like right here.
With a basketball in his hand.
With a basketball in his hand.
Oh, so Basketball Jones. How about that?
Basketball too tall.
Hosea 10:12. Sow to yourself in righteousness, reap in mercy, break up your fallow ground. For it is time to seek the Lord till He come and rain righteousness upon you. Now you see how that scripture right there, it just went into all of the acts of husbandry, but comparing it from a physical sense to a spiritual sense. Because you sow the seed, you reap, you break the fallow ground up, right? You then water got to rain down on what you just planted.
Yep.
But in this sense, righteousness got to rain down.
Yeah.
So it compared that physical act of husbandry and gave it a spiritual flip side.
Yeah.
And then verse 13 it
So
says,
we doing in farming in a spiritual sense.
yeah, that's right.
Which the seed is the word.
One more verse. Ye have plowed wickedness. See? Because you plow wickedness, man. You know when you're plowing, you're sowing the furrows in the ground, making the furrows in the ground. You plow wickedness, you have reaped iniquity. You have eaten the fruit of lies. Going off. Israel was going off. And it's still going off now. Right? Because thou didst trust in thy way and the multitude of thy mighty men. That's the point. You trusted in your own heart.
That's right. And that's the big thing with Jake. Jake trusting the damn flesh too much, man. You know what I'm saying? Brothers caught it. Brothers, sent, chat messages, videos that the workout demon dude. Dude got fucking workout demon on him. That's Jake. All fucking ripped up. You know what I'm saying? Doing all kinds of crazy workouts and thinking, you think that this nigga got like spiritual power or something, man.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Jake put too much trust in his flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? Put too much trust in the flesh. Because the Lord can have a fucking pistol, a bullet, take your ass out. One shot. You done did all of that workout, all of that hard work, dedication, muscles on top of muscles, and you get shot by a damn Gherkin troop by a pistol and you done for.
Most times, them bodybuilders, they die from a heart attack.
Yeah.
They die from some type of heart failure. So they big as hell, but their hearts fell on them.
That's more, yeah, all that damn steroid they be, all them steroids they be taking. But like you said, they put too much. Let a nigga punch you in the throat. You can't do no workouts for your throat, man. You know,
Exactly, right?
you know.
Right,
Let somebody chop you in your what's that? Your
larynx.
your larynx. You know, and drop dead, right? So let me read this. This is Colossians 2:7. It says, I'll start at 6. As ye have therefore received Yahushua, the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving.
Right, so it says rooted and built up, because the seed could go into your head, but that don't mean that seed's gonna grow. And some guys, like Scripture speaks about, many are called, but few are chosen. Now you can put a seed in the ground, but if you don't water it and you don't give the proper care and maintenance, that seed is not gonna grow. So the Scripture said, read that again, bro.
It says, rooted and built up in him.
Right, rooted and built up because of the proper nourishment. The way we're nourished through constantly, reading, studying, praying, and that's how you become rooted.
Right, like the Lord explained about the parable of what was that? Was that the wheat and the tares? Yeah, the wheat and the tares. About having a strong foundation. You had some seed that fell on the wayside.
ground.
You had some that fell on stony ground, right? But the ones that had a solid what?
Parable of the sower.
Sower. That's
Sower.
right.
Parable
Wheat
of
and
the
tares
sower.
is something else.
Yeah.
The parable of the sower.
That's right.
The seed, the sower, right? But the ones that had that strong foundation and their seed was in good soil, those are the ones that were able to flourish. You know? That's why to be in this, you have to have a strong foundation, and that foundation has to be rooted and built up in Yahushua of what you were taught by what? By men of the Lord. And we believe those men of the Lord are the apostles at GMS. Why? Because it shows in their fruits. Okay? So I'll read it again. And it says rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. You know?
Yeah. As you've been taught. So there's men that's gonna teach you. That's what it means. Planting the seed in somebody's head. That's the guy that taught you. Right. So let's go back. You got more,
bro? Something else real quick.
All right.
This is Second Thessalonians 3:6. It says, Now we command you, brethren, in the name of our Lord Yahushua, that ye withdraw yourselves from every brother that walketh disorderly, and not after the tradition which ye have received of us. Meaning you gotta separate yourselves from people that are going contrary to what you were taught, man. You know, and you see examples of that of people that are in GMS, and then they just leave, man, because they stray away from the things that they were taught from the apostles, man. They just create their own breakdowns.
Yep.
I mean, they never really have faith. That's what Scripture speaks about, being rooted. Because a tree that is rooted, that tree is not gonna just fall, unless that tree is planted in something that's that's sand. It's gonna fall over. So them guys that wander off, fall into different belief, they never really have faith. They were just acting the whole time.
Yep. Yeah, that was a point.
All right, let's go back.
This is 1 Corinthians, back in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 9. For we are laborers together with the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
So each brother that's teaching is a laborer. The brother on camera, the brother's reading, the best brother reading, brothers throughout different states, in a different country, they're all laborers. Go ahead.
Says, ye are Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's husbandry. Okay, and as brothers was bringing up, which it brought to mind, like for example, the parable of the sower. Another word for a sower is a husband, husbandman. All right. So that's the husbandry, right? What a husbandman does, he goes out in the field and sows the seed into that field. He breaks up the fallow ground and he starts to plant the seeds so they can grow. Okay. So ye are the Most High's husbandry, ye are the Most High's building. All right?
We the Most High's husbandry and we the Most High's building. So we symbolize being the building or the temple of the Most High. Like I stated earlier, Yahweh Shai, he's the foundation, he's the cornerstone, and we building upon that cornerstone, that foundation with each brother. And we bringing up that building. What they like. Go ahead.
Come on, verse 10. It says, according to the grace of the Most High, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon. For other foundation can no man lay, and that is laid, which is Yahweh Shai, Mashiach.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the foundation to be rooted and built up in. And obviously, if you're a guy that's acting, you can only put on an act for so long. You know, you can only put on an act for so long. All right. Eventually, the jig is gonna be up on you, man. It's just you're true like old boy, the artisan. You know, what's his name? We call him Snoop Dogg.
Oh yeah. That
You're not gonna have the mindset. You're not gonna have the mindset of after being in the truth for some amount of years, all right, couple amount of years, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, go and tell an elder, the apostle, that I gotta go find myself. All right, that means that you weren't built up or rooted from that foundation. You really didn't believe. All right, because if you really believe, you will fight. You will fight, man. You will fight, man.
Yep.
If you really believe, you're gonna fight in this thing, man. Regardless, you know. And that's the beauty of it all. That's the beauty of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay. He said we must endure hardness as a good soldier. And what do soldiers do? Fight.
That's right.
Soldiers fight every battle that comes their way. All right? And hey, man,
Yeah,
that only comes if you believe.
I think there's more. You see what the next verse say?
Verse 12. 1 Corinthians 3 and 12. Now, if any man build upon this foundation,
Yeah, that's good.
it says, now if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble.
Now, it mentioned gold, silver, precious stone, hay, wood, and stubble. Now, these different material represents a faith of a man. Now, hay, when fire touch hay, it instantly burn out. Then you have wood. Now, wood will take a little more time than hay to burn out. That's a God that may be in it for a couple of years, and then he just stop showing up to camp. Now, what happens when fire touch silver and gold? It purifies, and that's your brother that's of the elect. Go ahead.
It says, now if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire.
It should be revealed by fire. Like I explained earlier. Like what that person go through is going to be revealed if that man was a man of the Lord. Right?
And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
Meaning the work is that man's faith. The fire is the tribulation that each person is going to go through, and the work is his faith. See, if that man really believes. Go ahead.
14. If any man's work abide, which he hath built thereupon,
he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved.
Right, like the apostle and the elders, they seen thousands of guys come and go, but they themselves, you know, they're gonna be delivered, Lord willing, because they continue to work. Go ahead.
If any man's works, if any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire.
There you go. Now, what did we learn? We learned that each member of the elect symbolizes a stone that of a building going up. Now let's go to 1 Peter 4 and 10.
Right. This is 1 Peter 4 and 10. As every man hath received the gift.
What's the gift? There's knowledge and faith from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Go ahead.
Even so minister the same one to another as good stewards of the manifold grace of the Most High.
As good stewards. You know. Now let's break down the word steward. The word stew means house or building. The word ward with the word steward means to guard. So when you put the words together, it means house guard or housekeeper. So we're housekeepers or house guards of the elect. So read it one more time.
Right. It says, as every man hath received a gift, even so minister the same one to another as good stewards.
In other words, we're guardians of this building, which is the elect. We're guardians. Go ahead.
As good stewards of the manifold grace of the Most High.
I'll give you an example. You know, you're on the job, not every job. You're on a union job. You have on the job site a shop steward. Now that shop steward is a guardian of your rights on the job. So you see anything in violation of your rights on the job, you can file a grievance, and you can report it, and whatever you want to do with it, you do with it. But in this case, we're guardians of the truth, and we guardians of the faith of the elect.
Right. It says, as good stewards of the manifold grace of the Most High, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High.
Like oracles means writing. That's where we get the word Bible from. The word Bible, it derives from the word biblios, which means books. Because there's a composition of books put into one. With different prophets, different books of the prophets made into one book. So these are the oracles, the writings. Go ahead.
It says, if any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which the Most High giveth.
Right, so each man had different abilities. The Most High bless, or shall I say, Yahweh Shem Yahushua bless each man differently. Some brothers have the gift of having knowledge. Some brothers have faith. One brother may not be deep into breaking down things, but Most High man just gave that man just strong faith alone. You know, and that's what having strong faith is what's going to deliver us out of this, you know, pending destruction. So each brother is different. You got some brothers that just real brotherly. You know, you need something, you want it, you good. You know, more than other brothers. That's their blessing. So each brother is blessed differently. Some brother, I'm sorry, some brother can see through the spirit. You know, you can pick up on people's vibes. You know, that's another spirit of discernment. So some brothers more spiritually discern than other brothers.
You speak of gifts, brother.
That's right.
Gifts.
Different gifts.
That's right.
Go ahead. So read that part again.
It says, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High.
Right?
Yeah, it's 12.
It says, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. If any man minister, let him do it as
if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. Now you got guys coming saying the flat earth doctrine. That's not in the scriptures. That's not in the oracles of the Most High. Or Satan. There's a place when you die, and that's Satan's dominion. A place called hell. That's not written in the oracles of the Most High. Oh, God don't like ugly. That's not written in the oracles of the Most High. God hates the sin, not the sinner. That's not written in the oracles of the Most High. Come as, the Bible said, come as you are. That's not written in the oracles of the Most High.
As matter of fact, that nigga Tyrese said that shit, man. Yo, man. I remember, the Bible says, come as you are. Everybody like, yeah.
Where does it say that?
I'm like, first of all, niggas, we got bitch ass crying on the internet now. Most High judge you, man, for spreading false doctrine. Putting words in the Most High mouth. All of that stuff is putting words in the Most High mouth, man. Most High ain't never seen none of that shit. Hell. You going to hell when you die. Give me that scripture.
Apollyon, when you go to hell, there's a guy named Apollyon.
He gonna clothesline you.
Yeah, he gonna beat you. He gonna beat you with a punch in the mouth.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, I remember when I first came in.
Comfy said.
Yeah, the comforter and the comfort.
Yup, that's right. That is the.
You know,
The big comfy couch.
the first thing you're gonna do is punch you in the mouth.
Yeah, I remember I was at Broadway Junction. So when I see an Israelite group, at that time they always won. So I asked him about, what about hell? Because I was still learning. yeah, it is a hell. And there's a guy named Apollyon, and he'll punch you in the mouth. So I'm like, what? At the same time, I didn't know any better, so I'm like, what if he's right? But it's like, I gotta go, man.
So you tell me you die, you go to hell, you wake up, huh? Wow. Like, come on, man.
Shalom.
Pow. Like a Batman comic book. Come on, that's bullshit, man.
That's why you know the apostles, others always say, you know, just keep watching them, because these guys don't know what they're talking about. They will confuse you.
That's so good.
It says, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which the Most High giveth.
Right, the ability is the different gifts that the Lord granted on each brother.
Right.
And then the word minister basically means a servant, man. You know. So let anybody serve another, like for instance, another brother as the ability that was given to him by the Most High, right? It says, let him do as the ability of the Most High, of which the Most High giveth, that the Most High in all things may be glorified through Yahweh Shai, to whom be
It
praised.
said who be glorified?
It says that the Most High in all things be glorified.
That the Most High in all things be glorified. Because you got guys that just try to big up themselves.
Yeah.
General Yohana tear down 42nd Street.
Zabak takes Manhattan.
Yeah, Zabak shut down Christian.
Yep.
You know? What's this other dude that's under General Yohana?
Oh,
Tazariak.
Tazariak.
Tazariak do this and that. It's all about them. They're not trying to exalt the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. It's all about them. And none of these guys deep.
Hell no.
None of them deep. They just know the basics 101 of the scriptures. That's why the Most High is not dealing with these guys. That's why they're not grown. That seed is not developing in their head. Because the spirit is not working with them.
It says that in all things that the Most High in all things be glorified through Yahweh Shai, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen.
Yeah, I got something. They're saying glory and Most High, because they like to pick up their own stuff. Tazariak suplexes Satan. All this bullshit. But check this out. 1 Corinthians 4 and 4 and 6. Right? And these things, brethren, I have in the figure transferred to myself and to Apollos for your sakes, that ye might learn in us not to think of men above that which is written. People think above that which is written, man. So when you read the scriptures and you see the people around you, we're not above that which is written. The scriptures apply to all of us. Oh, well, you can't say that because that was him, though. No. The scriptures apply to all of us, man. So, the scriptures tell you got to teach. You got to go on the tree and teach. Oh, he don't got to teach. He's teaching for 27 years, so he's good now. Nope, that says that. So you can't think of no man above that which is written. All right? Continuing on, it says that no one of you be puffed up for one against another. So if the Apostle Paul is saying it because you had people back then who was thinking of men above that which is written. And it was causing them to be puffed up. You know? Guys thinking that they was higher than what they really was. You know? And that's why he said this. For who maketh the differ from another? And what hast thou that thou didst not receive? So that was the point. When them guys thinking of has the mentality of as if they were above that was written, they were thinking like they didn't receive this gift from the Lord. No, it's in the scripture it's written that you receive it from the Lord. You thinking you're above the scripture? You thinking that scripture will apply to you? Right? Now if thou didn't receive it, if you did receive it, why doest thou glory as if thou hast not received it? So he's saying, you received it. But if you received it, why are you glorying as if you didn't receive it? Why are you glorying as if you got it on your own? And that's all these other kids out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Like they just woke up.
They just woke up
one day,
Like,
made them fancy garments and just went out and started teaching that they were Israel.
But they were sleeping like a Bible was just laying on their face. And they woke up. Oh, I understand it now. No, it don't work that way, man. It don't work that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't nobody getting like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
This is the English definition for receive. It says to be given.
See, to be given,
Presented with.
to be presented with.
Or pay something. So, yeah.
Now that's why you read the scripture. I've been bringing this out the past month and change. Daniel 9:7 says what? O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee. It belongs to the Most High, not to us, man. This is the Most High's words. We're just speaking it. These are his words, man.
That's true.
These guys don't get that. They don't get it. People in these churches think they got the Bible, they got the truth. Y'all got the truth. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know what the word Bible even means. You ask a Christian name, take them in. They can't give you an answer. You know? Name 3 disciples. You know what I'm saying? Most I ain't dealing with them. Simple stuff. Most I blocked your mind. He's covered. Your heart is calloused. Okay?
That's right. Like the brother said, wisdom belongs to the Most High. We're just speaking it. We're nothing. Most High can take the wisdom from you and give it to somebody else and have them speak it. So you just spokesmen.
That's right. The spokesman for the Lord. You know? That was it on that.
Where's that in Galatians where it says, if any man think himself?
This is Second Corinthians.
Looking for you guys. Did you guys ever meet up with a guy from Philadelphia?
Oh, you looking for us? No, we weren't here. We only come out Saturday.
That's what I told him, but he moved down here from Philadelphia, and he wanted to know when you guys were coming. I said the weekends. He thought it was yesterday.
Okay, we're here every Saturday.
Okay, so if you see him, he's a black kid. He's got
We probably talked to him before.
Yeah.
So
okay, so he might be around today. You're welcome.
Thanks a lot, man.
Like you see, that's this word carrying up. The celebrities.
Some dude over there in 33rd camp, some dude walked up to us just like that, a dude that sweeps. He was like, yeah, you guys here every Saturday? Because some guy over here from Philly, he was looking for you. I told him come Saturday. That was down at 33rd.
Man.
So he was just walking around like,
Soldier Solomon.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what that reminds me of, bro.
I'll find out.
Okay, that's all right, man. Well, willing, he will find us.
Yeah, that's right.
Because look, why you look for that is best. See, right now the doors of mercy is closing, man, and we're approaching that time of the famine of the word. So you got some people out there, or the elect out there, that still has to be taught this truth.
3-1. Solomon 3-1. By night on my bed I sought him whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not.
Right, who's speaking? That's wisdom. Now, wisdom represents towards Solomon, but it applies to all of us. Because before we came to this faith, we was all searching for answers. I'll give you an example. I know this brother back since he was young. And I came one time, I said to his brother, like, next time, you know, you go to church, I'm coming with you.
I remember that day.
And just so happened, he never go back to church. He never went back to church. Then he stumbled upon one of the videos of the elders. He came excited, you know, he showed me the video. And then said the rest was just, you know, us just learning.
Yeah. God. We eventually became prophets ourselves.
Yeah, you know,
We was already prophets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know, before you wake up, deep down in your spirit, you're looking for answers. You know, spiritual answers.
Right.
But you know, the Most High put that spirit on you.
Right.
So that's why I said, my soul. How you go? Read it one more time.
Songs of Solomon 3:1. By night on my bed, I besought him whom my soul loveth.
Well, I saw him who my soul loveth. That's the brothers in the brother in the faith. Go ahead.
Yep. I sought him, but I found him not.
What's that scripture? That you hear a voice behind thee and say, this is the way.
Isaiah 30:20.
Yeah.
It says, I sought him, but I found him not.
I saw him, but I found him not. Go ahead.
I will rise now and go about the city and the streets.
I will rise now and said go about the city of the streets. Where we at right now? This is Broadway, 42nd and Broadway. And what's happening? You got people walking by, but there's some people looking for answers. You know? Go ahead.
All right. It says, I will rise now and go about the city and the streets, and in the broad ways I will seek
See?
him.
Get down camera. On the Broadway, baby. Hold them, read it again. And 42nd. Yeah. But 4 represents mercy. There we go again.
I will rise now and go about the city and the streets, and in the broad ways I will seek him whom my soul loveth.
And how that's happening? That's happening through us coming out here and teaching. You know? So wisdom is searching out the men of the Lord through us.
All right. It says, I sought him, but I found him not.
I saw him, but I found him not.
The watchmen that go about the city found me.
We're the watchmen. And not just us alone, the other brothers in the different states and in different countries teaching.
The watchmen that go about the city found me, to whom I said, saw ye him whom my soul loveth?
And that was spiritual because a cop actually came there and told us. He'll be a so-called watchman or NYC.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So spiritual.
It was spiritual.
It was but a little, that I passed from them, but I found him whom my soul loveth. I held him and would not let him go. Now, you know, if it is spirit, it'd be the spirit if that guy found one of the camps down there.
Yeah.
If he's down there right now, that'd be spirit. I held him and would not let him go until I had brought him into my mother's house.
Right. That's talking about wisdom. Because wisdom is compared to as being a woman. It's also compared as being a sister. It's also compared as being your mother. That's why it speaks about being born again through the womb, through the scriptures. But it also compares you as being your sister. You know how you got an overcaring sister that watch out for them girls you date? Now don't date her, she gets around. And that's in Proverbs.
Yeah.
I found
It might be the 3rd chapter as well.
5 or 6.
It says I saw a kinswoman.
That's right.
Until I brought him into my mother's house and into the chamber of her that conceived me. So it's saying, it's speaking about bringing wisdom into your house, man, to dwell with you. All right? And the scriptures speak about that in the book of Wisdom of Solomon. You got the scripture looking for?
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
4th chapter.
After 7th chapter. This Proverbs 7. I start 4, go straight to the point. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman.
So wisdom is supposed to be close unto you, near unto you. Your kinswoman, what's your next of kin? Your closest kin, family member.
Family member.
Call
Cousin,
wisdom,
aunt.
Yep. So call wisdom your kinswoman and what?
That they may
What's
keep.
your understanding your sister?
I'm sorry. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman.
Right, and call understanding thy kinswoman. Therefore, wisdom is supposed to be unto you like a close relative. Near unto you, near and dear unto you. Go ahead.
Yup. That they may keep thee.
Because we got women in our family, right? We got women in our family that we cool with.
Yeah.
When we talking shit about women don't mean, yo man, fuck my cousin, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, don't be stupid.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's-
that part again.
Right, I start at 4 again. Say unto wisdom, thou my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman, that they may keep thee from the strange woman.
That they may keep you from a strange woman. That's what your kinswoman or your sister would do.
Yeah.
They'll keep you from a strange woman. They'll keep you, like the brother mentioned, that woman over there watching and she get around.
Yeah, I know her personally. I hang
Yeah.
out with her.
Yeah.
You know, she a gold digger. Or she a slut. She fucks with everybody. Because you got women that actually like that. They may be real tight with the girl, but she may be cool with a dude or a cousin. Like, I know her personally. I don't even deal with her.
Yeah.
And this, yeah, she, I think she got something.
Yeah.
But in this case, the strange woman is talking about these different philosophies.
Exactly.
So it said to wisdom, she's like a sister or
Exactly.
a near relative that's keeping you away from these strange philosophies.
Exactly.
Stay away from this, stay away from that woman, stay away from this woman.
And that's what wisdom is doing to us whenever we read the scriptures. Whenever we read the Bible, we see, well, according to the Bible, according to the Bible, there's only one power.
Yeah.
But this other philosophy saying that there's another power. And we don't believe that. That's wisdom, which is our kinswoman, our sister, warning us of that strange woman, which is another form of wisdom, a false wisdom, so to speak.
There's woman that'll let you know straight up, like, all right, go ahead and pop her, just don't wife her.
Yeah.
You know, she keeping you away from getting trapped up with some slut. So that's this word. This word's keeping us away from these different philosophies that's on this earth and keeping us unto the Most High.
Right. I got a precept for that scripture in Song of Solomon, 3rd chapter, where it says about bringing wisdom into your house. This is Ecclesiasticus 4 and 15. Whoso giveth ear unto her shall judge the nations. He that attendeth unto her shall dwell securely. See? If a man committeth unto her, to my wisdom, he shall inherit her, and a generation shall hold her in possession. The generation shall hold them in possession. Why? Because you're going to teach your children, and they're going to teach their children, and they're going to teach their children. So they're going to hold and possess wisdom. Okay? But at the first, that was the point.
All right, this is Proverbs 5 and 19. It says, let her be at the loving hind and pleasant roe. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times. Now, comparing as wisdom or learning as a intimate sexual relationship.
Between a man and a woman.
Between a man and a woman. Yeah, between a man, you got a lot of faggots. But it's comparing learning and having wisdom as an intimate sexual relationship with a woman. Like when you study it, and you get like a spiritual orgasm. You learn something.
And the milk is where you get your nourishment from.
That's right.
Which is what these scriptures, man. You know, that's how one is able to grow. You know.
So it says, let her breast satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravish always with her love. And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman and embrace the bosom of a stranger?
That's right. So the book scripture was saying, it's talking about being in an intimate relationship with a woman. And the word intimate means personal.
Yeah.
So that's what it's like when you read the scriptures.
Knocking boots.
Okay? That's like when you read the scriptures, man. You're supposed to have an intimate, personal relationship with these scriptures, man. As if it was a woman. Alright? People in the churches can't understand that. Oh no, you can't mean that, brother. You going off, man. No, that's what it's talking about. Alright?
I'm sorry.
Wisdom is compared to many things. To women, to
Yeah.
water, to milk, to wine, to food, to many things. Oil, light.
There's in Songs of Solomon, there's a part where wisdom talking about, coming into my chambers.
Yep.
In the bed chambers. What are you gonna do in the bed chambers?
Yep.
In a pillow fight?
Yeah.
No, you have playing
You're gonna
footsies.
get down and
You're
dirty.
gonna get down and dirty, down and sweaty. You know? But it's in a spiritual sense with wisdom.
Yeah. That's right, brother.
You got something, bro?
Yeah. Regarding breaking down the other the strange women, okay? Because we talking about the wisdom that comes forth out of this book. we know this word is Yahushua. All right? That's the only way you get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is through the Son of the Most High, man. So this is Ecclesiastes 12:12. And further by these, my son, what are these? The brother went into it earlier. The composition of the writings, man, which make up this book, the Bible. My son, be admonished. To be admonished, to be warned. All right? And these other strange women, these strange philosophies, different philosophies, is what we are being warned of in the scriptures. Not to deal with Buddhism, not to deal with Islam, not to deal with Christianity. No major religion in this world, man. All right? That's what we're admonishing our people to as well. The elect, man. So look, you got to get down with this. This is the only way. Christianity's not the way. Islam is not the way. None of these other damn religions, all right, that was set up in this world that is followed globally, all right, because Christianity makes up a third of the damn world's population, has billions of followers. None of that has ever amounted to you pleasing the Heavenly Father. Okay? But these words, this a true understanding will. So be warned of dealing with these other philosophies and religions, man. All right, because it's going to lead you to nothing but death and destruction. Of making many books. What is there a book on? There's a book for the Christians claim the Bible, but they don't deal with the scriptures. They make up fables, right? Yeah. After they made up the hell doctrine, they make up the Immaculate Conception, they make up all kinds of other pagan, demonic stories to try to put it inside the Bible. Good Friday, thank you. Trinity. Easter, Trinity, thank you. All a plethora of different doctrines that they claim that comes from the Bible, which has nothing to do with the scriptures, right? And you got the Quran, the Islam, all right? It's nothing but a spin-off of Catholicism, Roman Catholic, bullcrap, all right? Then you got Buddhism, like all of this other garbage, man. The Bhagavad Gita and the books go on, all right? There's no ending. It says right here, the making of many books, there is no end. All right, you got to, yeah, go ahead.
No.
Yeah, making many books, there's no end, man. As a matter of fact, when you go to the book of Acts, the scriptures speak about, you had sorcerers, people who believe in the sorcery, and they burnt up the books of curious arts when they came into the knowledge of the Lord. You know what that said in Acts? If you go on Google, type in like curious arts, you type in Bible, it'll pop up. But yeah, the making of many books, there's no end, man. You think that they didn't have philosophies back then? You had Epicureanism, Stoicism. You had what's the other one called? Cynicism. You had all the different books that Plato wrote.
Yeah. I got one of the books.
See that?
I got a Plato book.
They must. Oh wait a minute. This brother going on. You got a Plato book. Well, I'm hit you with something. Paul knew about Plato. Cause when you go into the scriptures, because I did a show on this before. When you go into the scriptures, see the Apostle Paul was a special man, which all of the men of the Lord are special men. But one of the reasons why the Apostle Paul was selected to teach the Gentiles because Paul knew to speak various languages. He was a Jew who had Roman citizenship. Not only that, Paul knew about other philosophies, man. Remember we did that show about casting down imagination, Apostle Paul? And he was going into how all of them. Paul was actually knowledgeable because Paul was from Tarsus. Tarsus was known as like a miniature Greece, so to speak, when it comes to knowledge, when it came to philosophy. Paul had knowledge of that stuff. So Paul was actually becoming all things to all men. He was speaking to them Jews that knew about Greek philosophy, raised up in Greek culture, who knew about Greek philosophy, and he was speaking in he was going through the Greek philosophies in order to get to understand what he was saying. Even when you go into Plato, right? Even the whole thing about the flesh against the spirit, when you go back to that, Plato wrote something similar to that. But Paul brought it out in Romans 7 to get them to understand what he meant. He said, okay, you remember when Plato said it's a war in between the spirit and the flesh? Well, I'm going to give you an example of how it compares to this. He was hitting them on levels that they can understand. Like I said before, If a person reads Shakespeare and they don't understand the concept of the elect, what would you tell them? Listen, man, you can't make yourself the elect. You gotta be the elect. So to be or not to be, that is the question. Then you might be like, that's Shakespeare right there, right? So that's what he was doing. So even if I say I'm reading something about Aristotle, I'm not reading something about Aristotle because I want to know what you have his knowledge. You equate it to the scripture. That's what everything you do. If you can't filter through the scriptures, everything. Listen, man, the knowledge of the Bible is so vast, man. It's so vast that you can use something else to prove the scriptures. That's how vast knowledge is.
Yup.
That's how vast knowledge is.
This is Acts 19 and 18.
Yeah, that's it.
And many that believed came and confessed and showed their deeds. Many of them also, which used curious arts, brought their books together and burned them before all men.
So they was a part of these different curious arts, whether it was various forms of witchcraft, different kinds of philosophy, which is witchcraft, and they burnt their books up. Because why? They was a part of them different philosophies back then too. Okay? Because example is, you can read something. For example, I found some book outside. It was about like Greek philosophy. I never want to read it. If I read it, I'm just reading it to just increase my own knowledge. That's all. Just increase my own knowledge. Because that's what you do sometimes. You know, I want to read about the history of ancient Greece or ancient Rome.
Yep.
In ancient Rome, they believed that Zeus is and the third. That don't mean I'm worshiping Zeus. You just increase your knowledge on history. That's all.
That's all.
That's how we come out here and speak about certain things.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, one more thing, bro. Like, one more thing. Like when you go to the Book of Maccabees, and it speaks about how they was in the gym. It said they was naked, something along the lines. People want them being in the gym. That's what it says. It doesn't use the word gym.
It says gym.
It says gym, right?
Yeah, and the Greek goes back into being naked. Gym.
Exactly. Gym was
Fish exercise.
a place of exercise, which was the gym. Now, in order for you to understand that, you got to go look at the history of ancient Greece. And when you go to the history of ancient Greece, they had gyms. Was gym, the Greek word gymnos means naked. And Hermes was associated with the gym. Okay? Hermes was like associated with the gym. And he was like a god of being affiliated with athletics and things of that nature. So then you gotta look up Hermes to understand that. And people who was a part of those gyms, they wore a certain kind of garment. And they wore a certain kind of hat, the hat of Hermes. I did a show on that 2 years ago. I'm not worshiping Hermes, but you gotta go to the history of it to fully understand what the scripture's talking about. That's all.
Right. It
But
says,
you're supposed to take all the philosophies as it being truth. Because to making many books, there is no end. Go ahead.
right, it says, many of them also, which used curious arts, brought their books together and burned them before all men.
Yeah, they put their books together and they burn them up. They said, all of this stuff ain't true, man. We burning that stuff up. This is the real knowledge. Knowledge of Yahweh Shah.
And they counted the price
And that's a
of the...
beautiful thing, because if had not Paul knew of those things,
Exactly.
he wouldn't have been able to convince them in the manner that he convinced
Exactly.
them to come to the truth.
Exactly. How you not knew those things? Like a person come up to us, for example, somebody come up to us talking about Roman Catholicism, right? Now, I'm not no Roman Catholic. I don't believe none of that BS. But when you look at Roman Catholicism, you'll find out that they actually removed one of the 10 Commandments, which was not to make any graven images, which makes 9 commandments, right? 9 commandments left, and they took the commandment that said, "Don't covet your neighbor's wife or ox," and split it into 2. So that's 10. If we didn't know that, and somebody asked us that, how would we be able to convince them that Roman Catholicism is BS? You know what I'm saying? They actually took a commandment out, man. They took out of the book.
Like you got a doctrine about the Council of Nicaea, where they try to say, well, during the Council of Nicaea, that's when he wrote the Bible. First, for order to debunk that, you gotta understand, you gotta look into it. Now, the Council of Nicaea was a council that they had based upon the divinity of Yahweh Shah, because they knew that the works he did existed, it was recorded. But they try to the council was based off if whether he was divine or not, or whether he did the power through sorcery, because they didn't know. So that's what the whole council was about. But for us to debunk it, you got to look into it.
Yeah, you gotta look into it. Like I want to bring the scripture I wrote. Some more to that.
Not necessarily.
That's it. Like I want to bring the scripture real quick. Roman Catholics got something called the Assumption of Mary. But it's this idea that Mary never died, like Mary never sinned. It's therefore she never died. She just went straight up into heaven. She just went up into heaven. That was it. Well, wait a minute. If Mary never sinned, why did the scripture say this? Luke chapter 1, verse 46. And Mary said, my soul doeth magnify the Lord, and my spirit hath rejoiced in the Most High my Savior. Wait a minute, why she need a Savior for? Why she need a Savior for? She never sinned. It become to all kinds of BS, man. Don't you know that the one in the world called Jesus Christ, he's the 6th most prayed to saint in Roman Catholicism? Mary's number 1.
Oh shit! Damn.
He's number 6.
Damn.
Can you believe that? Which he's not real, but for those who claim they
yeah.
believe in that he's the real son, he's the son of the Lord, he's number 6. He's number 6. That shows you, man, this world's all jacked up. You know?
Who else is up there? Who else is up there?
I know they got something called Saint Blaise. They got different. I think Saint Joseph's like supposed to be the patron saint of like adopted children or some shit like that. They got saint you pray to if you get stuck in the elevator. They got saint you pray to if you get a sore throat. I think that's Saint Blaise, some shit. All kinds of BS, but that's not in the Bible. It's like a Psalm 96:5. That's not even in the Bible. You know, you just make somebody die, okay, you a saint now, you're gonna pray to do that. What the hell is that, man? Where is that in the Bible? You're supposed to pray to the Most High in the name of His Son. That shows you don't understand the Bible, because the Bible says Yahweh Shai is only one, it's one mediator. You get that? You got it?
Psalm 96 verse 5?
Yeah. Mediator?
Psalm chapter 96 verse 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols.
Yeah, all of the gods of the nations are idols. All of the gods that the other nations worship, they're all idols, man. They're not real. They're objects made out of wood and stone, gold and silver, and other types of material, man. Other kinds of elements. You're not supposed to worship them, but they worship them as if they're gods, man. Go ahead.
But the Lord, it says, but the Lord made the heavens.
Right, but the Most High, but Yahweh Shai, through the order of the Most High, made the heavens. Not these idols. The idols are gods that are no gods. Meaning they're false gods and they don't exist. But people still worship them as if they do.
Right, this is 1 Timothy 2:5. It says, for there is one God and one mediator between the Most High and men.
Yeah, it's one power, one God, and it's one mediator between the Most High and men. Meaning what? It's one middleman between the Most High and men, man. Which is who? Go ahead.
The man Yahweh Shai.
The man Yahweh Shai, and it said one. It didn't say nothing about Mary. But if you bring that out to them, they can't get it. Even though it's right there in the scripture. Right there. You can tell somebody all over the Bible, you can read the Bible that says, according to the Bible, a homosexual gotta die. That's Leviticus 20:13. No, that's not true, that was back then. But then if I go to something else in the Bible that was from back then, if they want to agree, oh yeah, that's right. So you're telling me, according to the Bible, you can't make graven images that which is in the 10 Commandments. No, you can make graven images, but you just can't kill nobody? Why not? Why not? Why not?
A bunch of fucking confusion if you ask
It's
me.
confusion, man. If that's the case, you could do one thing but not do the other. They stupid. It's that first thing we call one.
See, this is all debunking that garbage that is pushed out in this damn world, man. It's just showing you how twisted and demoralizing this fucking world is, man. Okay? It has nothing to do with the Most High and His Son and truth. but it has everything to do with lies, man. All right, lies and fables and fairy tales. People like to fucking make the figments of imaginations actually real. Okay? Yeah. To the point where, like the brother's bringing out, when it comes to so-called Christianity, the top church being the Catholics, all right, you try to reason, if you can reason with them, there's no reasoning with these damn people because they actually believe this shit. They believe the Assumption of Mary. Yeah. They believe, and they'll give you reasons why they pray to Mary and Saint Blaise and whoever else, the other four, while Jesus Christ is the sixth. All right, which Jesus Christ is supposed to be the top angel you're praying to, the top saint you're praying to. Yeah. But these fucking bug outs, and they show you this world is all twisted, man. They're just fucking twisted, man. They're twisted.
Yeah, that's why the scriptures say the Lord chooses your delusion, man. You see, the masses of people out here, the Lord chose them to be blind, man. The Lord chose them to believe in some false religion called Christianity and Baptists and all the other funky, wacky religions out there, man. You know, when the scriptures don't teach about religion, you know, or any other false religion, right? So this is 1 Timothy 4:1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith.
Yeah, you got God spoiling up and right. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I heard a whole campus fell off. I heard a whole camp fell off over the whole 3 shows a week thing. From what I heard. Go ahead.
It says, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
Yeah, they're giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, man. Oh, what? Oh, yeah? You telling me according to the Bible, there's a hell? That's giving heed to a seducing spirit. That's a spirit that's seducing you, man. It's alluring you. It's like an aroma. You ever watch a cartoon like Tom and Jerry or something, and they just made a nice, or Sylvester and Tweety, they made a nice cake, and it smells so good. They smell it, you see it going through the air, and they smell it, and they all floating. They floating toward the smell. Well, that's them, man. Yeah. That's seducing spirit, man. That seducing spirit is like a Looney Tunes cake. It's like a Looney Tunes cake that smell is flowing through the air, and those guys going like, you know, with their eyes closed.
Like just gravitated towards it.
Yeah, just gravitated towards it, man. That's what it is, man. That's what it is, man. It's like the smell of chitlins, man. The stink smell of chitlins to them. And they love that, man. So that's seducing spirit. It's drawing you and it's alluring you, man. It's alluring to you, man.
It says, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
Yeah, doctrines of devil. The word devil means what? Deceiver. It comes from the Greek word diabolos, which means deceiver. So those doctrines of devils are what? Deceiving doctrines. Doctrines that deceive. Like, saying that there's a hell in the Bible. Yep. Ain't no hell in the Bible, man. What are you, crazy? The God, most times supposed to be all loving and all merciful. Right. But if you kill somebody, you kill somebody, you're going to hell. Wait a minute, hold on now. You think I'm going to hell forever because I killed somebody?
This is really? Catch-22 or something?
Yeah, what is this? Like, come on now.
Where's the Catch-22 at?
What happened to the all loving? You know, because that's how they portray the Lord and the Most High, all loving, all merciful. But there ain't no mercy in hell, a life of eternal flaming fire.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Where in the Bible does it have a hell to-do list? Like a to-do list to go, before you go to hell. Where's the scripture on that? It's not there. It's not there. You tell me if you kill somebody, you go to hell forever? How the hell is that an equal punishment?
Exactly.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Yeah, they're speaking lies and hypocrisy, and their conscience, their mind is seared with a hot iron, man. Like, you ever been burned by an iron, and that burn stays with you? Well, that's how their conscience, and the conscience is seared or have been burned with a hot iron. Their conscience, their mind has been branded with a hot iron, which is those doctrines being stuck in their head, and they just can't get it out. No matter what you tell them. You got a 70-something-year-old grandmother that just can't get it. She's stuck in her ways. Okay?
Way down here.
Go ahead.
It says,
Okay, listen. Don't get lost.
it says, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron, forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meats, which the Most High had created to receive, to be received.
Yeah, you can't eat meat. Every time it's lit, time of lit. Don't that do it? Not eating meat, time of lit, if I'm not mistaken. You know? Forbidden marriage. You can't have sex before marriage.
Yep.
Where's that at? That's the Exodus, the 60th chapter, but there's no 60 chapters in Exodus. Where's that at? It's not in the Bible, dude. You actually got people that believe that shit. Oh, don't sex before marriage, don't forget that. There's no scripture on that. Where's that scripture at? Give me that scripture.
Yeah.
Sex is marriage. Numbskull. I mean, come on, man. It's crazy. It's a shame you gotta call them names sometimes, but it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because marriage, the word marriage means to join together,
That's
join
it.
to one. You know? And then the Lord said what? Ye shall leave mother and father
Yep.
and cleave unto your wife. And two shall be one.
That's
Two,
right.
you know what I mean?
20 and 2 shall become one flesh. When you have sex with that woman.
That's right.
Yeah. Not another man. Not two men or two women, right?
Nope.
You know what I say?
Yeah, breaking wedlock doesn't mean pre-marriageable sex. Pre-marriageable, it's a pre-marriageable sex, right?
Yeah.
Sex before marriage. Breaking wedlock is a committing adultery.
Exactly. Which adultery is if a man has sex with a woman who has a husband.
Yep.
'Cause when you-
Or is promised to a man.
Or is promised to a man, and when a woman has sex with a man other than her own. Because when you go to Leviticus and it tells you about adultery, it tells you, can you get that real quick? Adultery, Leviticus 20 and 14, I think it is?
Yeah.
Because when you read that Leviticus 20 and 14, it says something very interesting when you really pay attention. 13? Okay. 20 and 13?
2013.
Nah, that's 20 and 14.
No, it's 10. It's 10. 20 and 10. 20 and 10.
Right. So Leviticus 20 and 10.
Yup.
If the man that committed adultery,
Now listen what the scripture's saying. Listen real close. Listen real close. The man that committed adultery, go ahead.
with another man's wife,
That's the key word right there. It tells you commit adultery with another man's wife, which therefore means having sex with another woman ain't adultery. It's an adultery with another man's wife. Go ahead.
even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall be put to death.
The adulterer and the adulteress shall be put to death. But notice it says, if he commits adultery with another man's wife, he's an adulterer and she's an adulteress. But she's an adulteress because she had sex, she was someone's wife, meaning she had a husband. Which means she had sex with someone else other than her husband. So adultery is when a woman has sex with a man that's not her own, and when a man has sex with a woman who's promised to another man or who's with another man. That's adultery. Therefore, a man can have sex with more than one woman. Now, I'm not telling you to go around and start fucking everything that moves, no. But that's not a numbskull. Don't be a numbskull. But according to the Bible, it's not a sin for a man to have sex with one woman. You have one woman. You think in the kingdom of heaven you have one woman?
Right.
Like Tariq made that song, one girl, one girl.
That's why you bugging out on someone.
Yeah. That's why you're fucking out with one girl. But see, that's not gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. In the kingdom of heaven, you have more than one woman, right? You will have thousands of women, okay? You're gonna live forever, so you think you're gonna have just 1,000 women?
So you still want Timothy?
I mean, you shouldn't be taking advice from a guy that's fucking bawling his eyes out one minute and then fucking smiling and happy and jumping around,
twerking, yeah.
twerking and making breakfast the next. I mean, come on, man. Let's be real here.
So it says, this is 1 Peter 4:3, forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meats, which the Most High hath created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth, For every creature of the Most High is good, and nothing to be refused if it be received with thanksgiving.
Most of that?
Yeah,
That was it. So yeah, so you got all kinds of false doctrine floating around. People teaching things they ought not, teaching things that are not true. Can you give me Proverbs 15:28? Somebody get Proverbs 15:28?
This is this is Ephesians 4:14.
Yep. Oh yeah.
It says that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men.
By the sleight of men. So you're not being like children, tossed to and fro, but every wind of doctrine. Because a child don't know much. A child doesn't have any type of a vast amount of intelligence.
That's right.
A children's mind can easily be swayed.
That's right.
You don't believe me? Okay. Give a $20 bill to a 1-year-old baby.
Right.
A 1-year-old infant.
They do it.
Right? They're gonna play with it, right? And then, in fact, give a 1-year-old a $100 bill, and then pick up a plastic spoon and take the $100 bill and give it to the 1-year-old. They ain't gonna tell the difference. It's the baby. What does the baby know?
They're gonna try to eat this shit.
They gonna try to eat it. They don't know nothing.
That fucking dirty
They ain't gonna know. They don't know anything. You give them one thing that's supposed to have value, and you trade for something that has no value. They ain't gonna pay no attention to it. A child's mentality can easily be swayed. So we're not supposed to be like children, tossed to and fro by everyone the doctrine, man. You can tell a child anything and the child will believe it.
Yep.
Children believe in Santa Claus.
That's right.
That's everyone the doctrine. Children believe in an Easter bunny. Oh, Cupid. The lady, the tooth fairy.
Tooth fairy.
You know? They believe in that stuff. They believe in monsters. They're tossed to and fro by everyone the doctrine.
That's what it means to be influenced. Influence means to flow in.
Yeah.
You break down the word. If I take a piece of napkin, right, and I leave it on the ground, not even in 1 minute, it's gonna blow away.
Yeah.
Because the napkin is not grounded.
Yeah.
You know, just like a person's faith. If a person's faith is not grounded, whatever wind of doctrine comes, they're gonna flow in that direction.
Yeah.
But if you ground it and you mount it to the ground, you're not gonna go nowhere.
That's right. Let me see the quick paper. See? Got the paper, and it just blew right away. That's being carried away by everyone in the doctrine. It's blowing you right in the
I
wind.
give another step. Now if I take this bag, put it down,
It's not going nowhere.
it's not going nowhere.
You know?
It's not being influenced.
That's right. So with that being said, we ain't supposed to be like children, tossed to and fro by everyone in the doctrine by the sleight of men. It said.
Yeah. It says
Every doctrine is the way you just take it. Oh, there's one guy down there, 34th Street. He said, "Oh, I'm a Hebrew Israelite Buddhist Moor."
Oh shit.
What the hell is that?
That shit
He
sounds
said he's a Hebrew Israelite Buddhist Moor. That's everyone in the doctrine. Go ahead.
Tornadoes.
it says and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men.
By the sleight of men, right? Sleight meaning what? Through deception. Like a magician works through what? Sleight of hand.
That's right.
Oh, look, quarter out of it behind your ear. You had no damn quarter behind your ear. They already had it in their hand or had it up their sleeve. But they did it through deception, through the sleight of hand. So through the deceit of men, they're supposed to be carried about by everyone in the doctrine. It's really got the house of consciousness, I call it. The house of consciousness. or the house of unconsciousness. They just talking about every goddamn thing on that show. One guy saying men can breastfeed. He's in prison now. Matthew Tahudi.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, men can breastfeed. All kinds of BS, man. That's everyone in the doctrine. We got people that believe that garbage.
You got a bugged out Jake talking about he let his little kids, he has sex with his woman in front of his kids and he lets his kids touch on his fucking shit, bro.
On the House of Consciousness?
Yeah, down with the House of Consciousness. I guess he gravitates to the philosophy of, you know, just being a fucking
Walk around with my son when I'm butt naked.
yeah.
You know, I don't want to hide my nakedness because he gonna hide his nakedness. He's bugged out.
Yeah. He's down with the unconscious people, you know, Africans and all that shit.
Yeah, when my woman is breastfeeding my son, I make love to his
I make love
whatever,
to his
man.
mom. My
Yeah.
son's mom when she's breastfeeding.
Bugged out, man.
That's some savage shit.
Yeah, man, nigga.
Yo, I laid out anyway, man.
Yeah.
You get the
You'll
point.
see the fucking
You get the
video.
point.
If you haven't seen the video yet, you'll see it.
So it says, and carried away with everyone of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness.
Coming.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like there was a Will Smith movie. He played a professional thief. I think what it was called. It was called not Taking.
With that white bitch.
Yeah, he was a professional thief.
Take it, right?
Nah,
No,
nah.
taking it that other shit.
No, it's not Taking.
That's
But
what I'm talking
the point is, he was a professional thief. He was a professional thief, and he learned the art of stealing from people. And one of the things was he was able to steal from people right to their face, because of diversion. You keep talking to them, get their mind off, whatever object they have in their hand, and just slowly take it out their hand and walk off. That's craftiness. And what it say about the hand?
It says, by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness,
With sleight his hand, right? That was the point. The sleight his hand. So you're able to take something out your hand or in your pocket by causing a diversion or by constantly keep talking and talking. Like don't making jokes. That's what these guys do spiritually. They're trying to take this knowledge away from you. But
Focus?
focus, that's what it's called. Focus, yes. But he'll take your focus away by doing, let's say if it's a woman, he'll flirt with her. He slowly flirt with her, he talking, whatever, but he's slowly going to her purse. And while she take her focus off her purse, he taking, he getting her credit cards and whatever she got in her bag. So that's what these guys spiritually doing.
Yeah.
by the sleight of men.
By the sleight of men, yeah.
It says,
And that word cunning means to be skillfully deceitful. That's being skillfully deceitful right there. That's done. They mixing they took the truth and they're mixing with lies. So the Apostle Paul said, I marvel you called into another Yahweh Shai, not quoting verbatim. It says, I marvel you called to another gospel, which is not another speculation.
a little bit. It says, carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
You're lying right to deceive. Who can we get? Who can we grab? Who can these guys see? They're lying and wait to deceive, man. You got guys popping up all kinds of doctrines every now and then, man. Brother was telling me that they said loving the white man is the mark of the beast, something like that.
I used to say that shit.
Said that. Well, first of all, if that's the case, that means Isaac got the mark of the beast. Because Isaac loved Esau. You know what I'm saying? And Jacob loved Esau, that was his brother. Which means we all got the mark of the beast, because we all came out of Jacob, right? Damn nut.
And
Nut,
how can,
numbskull, I mean?
how does that correlate with buying or selling, man?
Yeah.
Like fucking
You still have a lot of fucking questions to answer, man. Fuck that.
Anyway, this Galatians 1 and 6, right? I marvel. It says Galatians 1 and 6. I marvel,
meaning I'm amazed.
I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Yahweh Shai onto another gospel.
So I'm marveled that you're so soon called into another gospel. Right?
It says, which is not another.
Right, which is not another. Why? Because it's the same thing in the Bible. So it's not really another. So it's not totally another book. It's still the same book. They didn't teach the lies in that book.
Which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and will pervert the gospel of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, there be some that trouble you.
I got the chart.
And will pervert the gospel of the Most High. That's right. That's how you know that they're using the same book. Okay. All right. You know.
It says, but though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you than which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed.
Yeah, but you know angels from heaven isn't gonna do that. But he's just using that in an extreme point of view. Even if an angel came and you would talk something else, let it be a curse. Because you got guys that's doing that. Out there teaching lies, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, as we said before, so say I now again, if any man preach any other gospel unto you than that ye have received, let him be accursed.
Right, let it be a curse, man. If anybody teaches anything other than what you receive, if anyone teaches anything other than what's in the scriptures, guess what? Let them be a curse. Go ahead.
It says, for do I now persuade men or the Most High? Or do I seek to please men? For if I yet please men, I should not be the servant of Yahushua.
Yeah, so if you should please men, but guess what? You ain't the servant of the Yahushua, man. You're here to please the Lord. You're not here to please men. Alright? Because guess what? Only the Lord is the one that can deliver us. We can't deliver ourselves. You got guys that think that. You know what I'm saying? They don't think they can deliver themselves. You can't deliver yourself, okay? You got something?
Slack, I was trying to find a precept. What that was Galatians 1 and 6, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go to 2 Corinthians 11.
Alright. Okay? Because you got them guys, give me the book of 2 Corinthians 2. 2 Corinthians 2 and 1. Alright?
2 Corinthians 11. You want that first?
Whichever one comes first.
Let's see what it says.
2 and 1, 2 Corinthians 2 and 1.
Right, this 2 Corinthians 2 and 1. But I determined this with myself, that I would not come again to you.
1 Corinthians 2 and 1.
It says, and I, brethren, when I came to you, came not with excellency of speech.
Yeah.
Bring yours out.
All right. 2 Corinthians 11 verse 3. Because everything that the brother's speaking of, man, is exactly what needs to be understood when dealing with the true doctrine. All right. 2 Corinthians 11 verse 3. But I fear, lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Hamashiach Yahushua, man. Your mind can be corrupted from how simple it is to know, all right, what this faith really is, all right? Because you formulating different breakdowns, and although you have some truth in there, you know, we Israel, 12 tribes, and he goes like to the Native Americans, you got truth in there, but then you formulating different breakdowns of scriptures, such as the mark of the beast is loving Esau, or loving the so-called white man, or it's an embargo. When the scriptures talk about prophecy, man, you are defiling. You're defiling the pure word, man. All right, okay. Just because you call yourself Israel, all right, you gotta come 100% with this thing, man. All right, you can't be out there teaching Israel fucking lies, man. Because the Lord is gonna deal with you. You know, He's gonna deal with you hard, man. All right. It may not be right away, but you working on borrowed time, man. Yeah, you gonna get got, man. 2 Corinthians 11 and 4. Let's see. Yep. For if he that cometh preacheth another Savior, I'll say, or another Yahushua, all right, whom we have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit which ye have not received, or another gospel, and that's what these other camps, a lot of these other camps, so to speak, all right, these other gatherings of Israelites, be it whether they GOCC, ALC, whatever alphabet camp they go under, man. All right, they're teaching another gospel, essentially, man. All right, because the gospel represents the good news. All right, but if you mixing the good news for Israel with lies, all right, and false breakdowns or false understandings, and you incorporate in like the Apollyon doctrine, the Apollyon hell doctrine. You know what I'm saying? That's another gospel, man. Amongst others, man.
There's nowhere in the scripture.
Yeah, nowhere. That's right, man. So it says, if you receive another spirit which ye have not received, or another gospel which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with them. For I suppose that was it. So, for example, overall, man, just understand that you teaching the truth. It's either the truth or it's lies. You can't say you're teaching the truth and you talking about some, you go to hell and get punched in the mouth by Apollyon. You can't say you're teaching the truth, but you formulating prophecies, all right, that's clearly spoken of in the scriptures, and you're saying it's other things, man. You know? Like loving the white man is the mark of the beast, and Solomon had a mark of the beast, and all these men of the Lord. Yo, it's ridiculous dealing with you niggas, man. You know?
It says, 2:24, right? This is 1 Corinthians 4:1. Let a man so account of us as of the ministers of Yahushua and stewards of the mysteries of the Most High. Moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful.
Yeah, so it's a good steward, a good servant of the Most High. You gotta be found faithful, man. And anybody that's outside the scriptures, you're not faithful. You're faithless. Go ahead.
It says, but with me it is a very small thing that I should be judged of you or of man's judgment. Yea, I judge not mine own self.
Because a steward, if you got a servant, right? You gotta be faithful, you gotta be trustworthy. You gotta trust that if you got a servant, you need a servant with your riches, they're gonna do what's right. They ain't gonna steal. And this word is riches. So in Romans 11:33. So in order for us to be stewards of the Lord, we have to be faithful. To be faithful means to have trust. We gotta have trust in the Lord. Okay?
For I know nothing by myself, yet am I not hereby justified. But
That's right. We know nothing by ourselves, man. We know nothing by ourselves. Because why? The knowledge of God was given to us from the Lord. Go ahead.
But he that judgeth me is the Lord. Therefore judge nothing before the time until the Lord come, who both will bring to light the hidden things of darkness and will make manifest the counsels of the hearts. And then shall every man have praise of the Most High. And these things, brethren, I have in a figure transferred to myself and to Apollos for your sakes, that ye might learn in us not to think of men. Huh?
Where that? That's where that. Can you give me the book of where it says Satan turns to lead your life?
That's quick,
11th chapter. 3 minus 1. Same book. It's like 11 and 5. I think it is.